Okay, fine. Can I do Phil in England? So it's the latest film by Ben Wheatley, who made, Kill List and Sightseers. And I think this was shot almost before Sightseers was released, because by the time I was interviewing Ben Wheatley for Sightseers for the Culture Show, I think they'd done Field in England. It was done very, very quickly. Co-written with Amy Jump, who of course is his regular co-writer and filmmaking collaborator. Black and white, released simultaneously in all formats. So, set during the English Civil War, the plot is elusive, and it's not a film that's best served by describing the plot, other than to say, so English Civil War, Reece Shearsmith is an alchemist, joins up with this raggedy band of people who are all tired of war, all in various states of disarray and disbelief and distress. They are apparently heading in search of an alehouse. They never find an alehouse. What they find is a field full of mystical mushrooms and a very charismatic figure played by Michael Smiley, who tells them that somewhere in this field there is buried treasure.
I've had little success in applying the Master's arts. Been looking for anything of great worth. Which is why I've conjured you. This place holds a great treasure. I am certain of it. I merely require a keener eye to pinpoint a particular location. And as much as I detest you personally, Whitehead, I acknowledge that your gifts are stronger in certain areas. But you are not my divining rod.
I have little of my master's art in divination. You are confused, sir. It is I who am capturing you, not the other way round.
It's a very, very atmospheric piece, and it's interesting that, as with so much of the director and the writer's work, it has that thing about it. There's very, very black comedy played very, very straight-faced, tipping over into horror almost unrecognisably. I mean, it is about people in fear, people tired of war, people running away from something, people beset by superstition, terrified by the possible absence of God. It's shot very evocatively in this black and white, which is interspersed with the tableau vivant, living tableaus, which seem to sort of offer a way into the story, but also are there to kind of to dazzle and confound. There is a thing at the beginning which says this film uses flash strobe imagery, and of course it does at one point as it sort of descends into hallucinogenics, and yet that is far and away the least disturbing or distressing moment in the film. I think it's not a plot spoiler to say that there is one shot in the film, which is a slow motion shot of a man walking through a field attached to a rope, which is one of the creepiest things I've seen in a long time. It's very interesting because I watched it with Linda, my partner, and during the course of the film, there was this great brooding sense of something, and afterwards she was genuinely creeped out, like properly creeped out. And when you said, okay, well, what is it that you found so creepy? It's individual images. It's something which looks like a blackened sun. It's a darkening of a sky. It's a tilt of a head. It's as you heard from that kind of that groaning sound. It's that sense of something coming up from the earth. I mean, obviously, all the way through there are nods to, you'd see like Witchfinder General, Conquer a Worm, The Devils to some extent, and yet it's very much its own piece. I read an interesting article that was saying that one of the reasons the simultaneous distribution works really is because it doesn't fit into the standard release schedule, and that's certainly true. It is a film which appears to exist in and of itself, although it clearly floats back to a heritage of British cinema. But it's further proof that Ben Wheatley is in a field of his own when it comes to this sort of stuff. It's very powerful, very strange, and very hard to describe.